immediately click on Edit Command Script to modify it, give it some functionality. Now when I click on that button, a script editing window opens, and we get a template for our relay command. Now we don't need the comments at the top. I'm going to delete that and then delete the one at the bottom. And next I'm going to actually pare down this list of functions. Again, this is just a template. Take away the ones we aren't going to use. Before I do that, I just want to point out the terminology here may get a little bit tricky. And the issue is the command we're modifying is the open command for the valve. And when I say open, when I open that valve, it means that water is flowing. However, in order to actually open the valve and let the water flow, we have to apply a current, and current only flows when the circuit's closed. So this in order to open the water valve, we need to close the relay. So I'm going to delete everything except for the close relay function. Okay. So there are actually 4 relays, and we need to specify which one to close. Remember, we had ports R1 through R4. And since we're working with R1, we simply enter the number 1 here. And that's all we need. That's, closing the relay will open the valve, and so we can save this command. And once the command script is saved, we can close the browser tab and get back to here. I'm going to go ahead and create a companion command which closes the valve. So I'll choose power off and give it a name close. And then when I edit the script, I get the default template there. And I'm going to follow the same logic this time. In order to close the valve, I need to open the relay. And again, we're using port R1, so I can put a 1 in there. And that's that. So let's do something a little bit more interesting. This is an example that I made up, so it's fictitious, but I just wanted to demonstrate the range of capabilities we have when using scripting in conjunction with relays. So let's imagine a special command which immediately stops water flow in case of a problem. Call this the emergency shutoff command. We can add this as we did before, and then we can edit it in the script editor. Now, let's imagine that this command has a special behavior when the switch is pulsed rapidly for 1 second, and that the specification calls for a 20 millisecond cycle time. That means that the current needs to be flowing for 10 milliseconds and stop for another 10 milliseconds, and then repeated. And we can create this cycle by closing the relay, waiting 10 milliseconds, opening the relay, and waiting another 10 milliseconds. That's a single cycle. So the next thing